Hey, what is up, peeps? We are back with some more reactions. All right, so finally, we are down to the money game. Ren's new album, Sick Boy. And like I told you guys, we're going to just knock out like all of the money games, like all three of them in one video. So this is going to be a long video. You guys better go grab your popcorn, your weed, your beer, your Slurpees, your candies, whatever the hell you guys do. So it's going to be a long video right here, man. So we're going to jump into it, though. I'm excited about this. The fact that there's 3 different ones of this tells me that there's something special about this. So curious to check it out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Stick around to the end of this video. That way you guys can check out our playlist on our other Ren reactions. Otherwise, let's get it popping. We got Ren Money Game 1. Let's check it out.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Greed runs through parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theory, stripe, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chained to your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade. But now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game.
That is true, though.
Oh, rain.
What he just said, like originally before there was money, in the beginning of time, it was all about trading. But with this whole you had to work hard to basically produce something that you could use to possibly trade for something else.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's all revolved around money, and whoever has the most money, and it's all this fucking shit versus how it used to be. I kind of wish it was like that now, because the reason why is because like nowadays there's a lot of people that are really lazy and what do you call them? Entitlers, right? Is that the right word for it? But
Yeah.
but if we're doing trading and stuff, you gotta like put some work in, and you gotta like find things to trade, unless of course you're like out there stealing people's stuff. But then if that happens, then you fuck around and find out. But that's how it was, man. It was like that's how it was. Everybody take care of themselves. So, but doesn't he look younger to you in this one?
You're way younger, and he sounds different too. Like he sounds similar to me, but like I feel like he's come a long way in his music. Not that there's anything wrong with this, but you could just tell he was different. Like
yeah, he sounds the same to me, but he looks
newer.
younger. He definitely looks younger on this one. Money game.
Rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we like to point the blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
This shit's trippy, man. It's like a fucking movie or something.
This old money game. Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate. When they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets, they say badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder that's savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant. Cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent, I'll shed the
That is so true. And especially like here in America, like this country is made up of nothing but immigrants. People forget that shit. It's like all of us are our ancestors somewhere somehow came from somewhere else. The only ones that are here in our country, at least, that aren't are Native Americans, and that's it. But we're all immigrants, so.
It's so crazy because I do think that immigrants should have to go through the legal process and everything, but they keep talking about all this stuff. But like you said, literally we're all immigrants. Every one of us came. Yeah.
So.
I don't know. But now Ren is sounding more like Ren. Like I can hear, I don't know. There's something about the way he talks now. So he's starting to.
He sounded the same. Maybe
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
On immigrants, America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome. And also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we made the same mistakes all again. Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat. The same old TV shows repeat, yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions aren't our own and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right, in the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
So what do you think the deal is with this dude that he's got tied up playing guitar?
At first I thought it was Ren, but now I don't know.
I wonder what that means. But he's speaking nothing but facts, though. We're all to blame. The way the world is all how fucked up it is now, but everybody, it's easier for people to just blame somebody else. But like he said, we got to look in the mirror. It's true, and this is the society that technically we kind of built. It's what it is.
It's crazy because I've never heard him do this. We do reactions on Tom McDonald, and he talks about stuff like this. And
yeah, and he's talking about the shit that's going on. You know, the eye-opening stuff that some people kind of either they ignore or they're too ignorant to understand the shit that really is going on behind the curtains. Is he off in him?
I think so.
There's so many games. This old money game.
What was that about?
No idea. I'm so confused.
What the fuck? Dude, why do I feel like I'm watching some crazy suspenseful ass movie right now? I'm like, what the fuck?
I have a feeling because there's three of them that we're watching this, and slowly things are gonna start making more sense.
Yeah, we're checking all three of them out too. Right after this one. Yep. Damn, this is suspenseful as hell. big wow. So yeah, that was very suspenseful. It's like one of those cliffhangers, you know. Like I can only imagine, like listening to this. I'm so glad we have all three of them at our hands right now because I can only imagine listening to this when it first came out and the way it ended, and not even knowing for sure if Ren was going to make a second one or a third one. But we get to go check out the other one. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go ahead and go find this other one real quick. We got to do the. These guys were telling me that we got to find the lyric video, specifically the lyric video, because I guess the other one is like kind of like a demo type deal, so it's not the real thing. So, Money Game Part 2. We're kind of curious because we left off with in Part 1 with him, like essentially setting himself on fire from what it looked like. But Part 2 official lyric video. Let's check it out.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing.
Like you said, it's interesting to hear him speak about, and he kind of does, but on this level, speak about like, you know, the real shit that's really going on.
Like the fact that politicians are making like millions of dollars while.
But we're supposed to turn a blind eye. Yeah. Here goes some money. Like that's it. It's how it's crazy. Absolutely, turn the other cheek, basically.
What a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my finger's on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we don't upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. But point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old. Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall.
Hey, he said he was gonna break it down. Hey, he gonna Sesame Street this shit real quick. She sells by the she. I can't even say that shit. Damn.
Oh my goodness, I can't.
So he over here like ABCing it for us real quick. ABC, and it's so like completely, and that's the thing, and I'm starting to understand where he's coming at now. Like basically the whole money thing essentially is just tearing everybody apart. Mm-hmm. You know, the whole drive and hunger for money, and don't get me wrong, in the day that we live in now, like you gotta have money. I mean, we're not gonna be ignorant about it. We obviously need money, but like what he's saying is, it's like it's causing a bunch of extra shit that doesn't need to be there. You know, like greedy people that are like but
it's like that. Like in school, they'd be like, "Oh, would you do this for $1 million? Would you, like?" And it starts getting to like really bad stuff. Like, would you kill someone for $1 million? And there's a lot of people.
That's what's fucked up. Some people will do that. Yeah, that's crazy.
An innocent person that's never done anything, they would just go in cold blood and kill them for some money.
Yeah, that's the kind of situation. But I like that he's doing this right here, man. I feel like, and I say it before, people with good platforms is nice when they kind of spread awareness to their fans, because some people kind of live in the dark on some things. You know, they don't really fully understand what's really going on. So, but let's get back into this stuff. He said I can't even say that. I could never say that. Even in school, I could never fucking say that. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay.
Sure, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste, man. Free, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be your new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4. Expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5. Why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6. Guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7. Press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8. Big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9. Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10. The world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore.
In other words, a dictator, pretty much. And it's crazy how he flipped that because basically what it seemed like he was saying, and I could be wrong, but like you know how we look at like actual money, like, oh, that's money, but he's like, you know, seashells. You can find seashells on fucking the beach, right?
Yeah, they're everywhere. Gather
them all up, make them very rare, and then we can use that as currency. It's like, if you don't have them, you fucking suck. Yeah. Like, it's crazy how he flipped that shit. Wow, man, wow. This shit right here is like, I love how he like simplified that shit like that.
And you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game.
Killed that shit and simplified it for us real quick. Wow. So, okay, so I know we got one more to do for the money games. We got the third one to check out. But, like, is it starting to kind of connect more better with you?
Yeah, and I feel like that one was a lot more in-depth. Like, the first one kind of was like a broader, you know, talk about what he was talking about, and this one like went into more detail with stuff and
yeah,
a lot of the things that are really going on and how messed up our world is and how, like you said, we just kind of turned a blind eye and
just more money, you know, whatever. Like that's how it is. So let me ask you this: what do you think his purpose of, like, you know how he would like kind of like pour gasoline on himself in the first one and looked like he set himself on fire. What did you think that was about?
I don't know. That he hates that he's a part of this. I don't know. Like
that could be a good. You guys let us know what you think, man. But I think I'm gonna go with what she said. Maybe it's just the disgust that, you know, he's a part of this whole thing. Because like you said, we got to look in the mirror because we're all a part of this shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's fucked up because it's like, okay, well, you know, and some people, like, we need money, obviously, because that's how the world is run. But at the same time, it's like money's like what is destroying us. So it's like, what do you do, right? It's crazy.
We need to like become a country again. Like, it's so unfair and makes no sense. Like, lower and middle class are like paying these taxes and stuff on everything, and then like upper class, their taxes get lowered.
Yeah,
and they don't help.
You're just speaking on. We're talking about the whole world, though.
Just like,
but you're speaking on America, but on a whole world stage, like
all of us need to we all need to just help each other, and we all like. I feel like if you're rich, you should be mandated to help like a certain amount of charities or something, like to help other people. Not, I don't know.
You know.
There's a lot of people who are barely scraping by, and
it's one of those things. Like it's like I said, like it's like, well, people need money in this society to live, but at the same time, it's like taboo to seem greedy and want more money. So it's like, it's crazy. But either way it goes, Ren definitely killed the shit. And I love how he simplified it for us. She sells seashells by the seashore.
You got it. You got it for the most part.
I always had horrible times doing that. But all right, so let's go ahead and jump into the third one real quick. We're already 20 something minutes into this one right here. So, but third one, here we go. This dude's creative as hell. These videos.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20.
Damn, that's deep right there. Those simple words you just said. This world don't give a damn about you, so take what you can.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's crazy because he's talking about, and there are a lot of parents who teach you that, and yes, you do need to go make money and be able to, like, take care of yourself and try and, like, make some extra money to, be able to do some extra stuff. But as a kid, some kids are taught that money is the only thing that matters, and then they grow into an adult and they only think money matters.
Yeah, and then and I have a feeling this kid's gonna end up being miserable.
Yeah, that's
what it's gonna boil down to.
exactly where my mind is going. If you're taught that and you go and you become rich and everything, you're gonna realize that money is not everything and does not mean it's nice to have money. It's nicer your life to be, a little more.
But money will
higher
make
quality.
me more happy.
No.
it will to an extent. Like, yes, of course, if you're able to pay your bills and live comfortably, then that's you'll be happier because you'll be less stressed out. But you hear people that are like really wealthy say this shit all the fucking time. Money does not bring happiness. It never does, and it never will. But yeah, this dude's fucking a genius. The creativity and the pure, like the way he put this video together. And it's crazy because he's fairly young, and like how he's like, these videos are very fucking genius. The patience and the creativity.
Millionaire, 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Damn.
$35, he gets a call. I'm sorry son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel.
And I think a really good point here is, and this is the reality, is like, our kids are because the kids are going to look up to their parents. Like, that's the main thing they're going to look up to. So it's all on the peers to guide the child in the proper direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We were just talking about this with like teenagers. There's a reason why teenagers can't do their own thing until they're 18, even when they're 15 and they think they
even
know
when
everything.
they're 18. Like, when I was 18, I thought I was grown. I was a fucking kid when I was 18. Like, I can't believe, like, the way I thought was just dumb.
But the point is when you're 18, you start making your own mistakes and you learn from those mistakes.
Yeah, that's the idea.
But before you're 18, like we were talking about, there are some parents that they're like, oh, well, I couldn't stop you from doing that when you were a teenager. And it's like, no, you're the parent. Like, you have to go and make these, like, you have to show them the way so that when you let them go when they're 18, they don't make really bad decisions. They just make kind of bad decisions.
You wouldn't have said that when you were 18.
I know. We were just talking about this. I didn't know what I was doing. Honestly.
But you thought you did. Though.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But I think, like, once I finally hit, like, 25, I think that's when I started, like, thinking about things differently. Like,
yeah. That's crazy how that works, man.
Yeah, I think 25 is, like, an actual adult. Like, that's when you start really thinking logically and...
But it's messed up because with this right here, and we're not even done with it yet, but I can already tell this kid's dad literally ruined his life.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like, it's adding up to. His dad ruined his life. His dad, who he looked up to the most. Yeah. So.
Kept putting it in his head that nothing's good enough. You got to keep doing more. This isn't like...
Yeah, more. Like, wow.
No.
Reckless and hungry for power, daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
What if this is based on some, like, an actual person?
I know.
Could be. This is fucking intense. This is intense. Wow.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music.
You know what? This says a lot about Ren right here. Like, and it just shows, and you know, like with this right here, like, obviously he's, you know, he's famous. He has a bunch of fans, and he makes some kind of money doing this. But it's kind of tells you a lot about him, because he's not doing this for the money. He's not doing this for the fame. He's doing this to spread, I feel like, to spread knowledge to other people that may need it. And it's a whole different perspective when you look at it like that. Because most people, most artists, most people that are in music, most of them, you know, want to do it for the big paycheck. And they might not admit it, but that's usually the end game. And it's crazy, because you can tell he's not doing it for any of that shit.
No. He's doing it to share his journey and to share his, like, whatever he has to benefit the next person. Like,
but you see how messed up this is, though? This kid's dad fucking told him that basically money meant everything. And then now this dude can't even walk. He's in a wheelchair. He's got all the money in the world, but nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well, money and power, because as soon as he got the money part, then his dad was like, well, now you need to do this and this and
power.
this and this.
You got to be number one, like all that shit.
No.
It's insane, man. This is definitely my favorite one on here so far. I thought the last one was good.
Yeah.
But wow, this one right
It's
here.
like they get
Fuck
better.
the money and fame.
It's like what?
They get better.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Well, because it all connects is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything."
I think I know exactly where this is going.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know exactly. As soon as I could see it.
Yeah. This is, and it's so insane to me, like how creative this dude is. I've never seen a music video like this in my entire life. Like the
Yeah.
way that, like any of his shit, like it's always like this right here, the money games, and I'm sure he's probably gonna have another one after this. I won't be surprised. But it's like, wow, man. But yeah, we know where this is going right here, though.
Home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Damn. 45. So basically, died young from the whole money game.
I don't know, that last one was really intense. Like, that was literally, like, went almost year by year showing, like, things that were put in his life to mold him into thinking that this is what he had to do.
That to basically his dad had him thinking pretty much like you gotta have a lot of money and you gotta have the most power and you'll be the happiest. It's pretty much the message that he got from his dad.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up because that was not the case at all.
No.
And then you see what happened. You know what I'm saying? He went after that cartel to try to get more power, and then that shit backfired on him.
And put him in a chair.
Put him in a chair.
And he had all the power and the money, and being stuck in a chair probably got him stuck in his head, and then...
Yeah, it was just a disaster. Holy crap. But definitely like the whole thing was like intense. And, you know, after listening to all three of them, they all connect. And I tell you what, the third one was really fucking like an eye-opener. Like he pretty much like simplified it even more than the second one. He even simplified it, the whole, you know, thing about money destroying us, because essentially it is. And yeah, so wow. That's really all I can say about this shit is wow.
Yeah. And I said earlier, maybe we, you know, make rich people take pay cuts or whatever. Maybe there's certain jobs that should just have pay cuts and that money should be going to other people so that there's not... I don't know. There's stuff that needs to be like changed.
No, I understand what you're saying, babe, but I feel like if a person works hard to make a decent amount of money, you can't blame them for somebody else not making. You can't do that.
No, but like politicians, for instance, they take all this money and all these bribes and all this stuff to literally ruin people's lives because they have no idea what those decisions are doing for the lower classes.
No, I get that, but I thought what you were saying was like somebody that worked hard to make decent money, like a doctor. I thought you were saying they should take a pay cut to cover somebody else. It's like that. No, that's not. You know, like I feel like, you know, like it shouldn't be their fault to do that. Like at the same time, you know, people. I always say it all the time. People get what they put out.
Yeah. In
this life for the most part. So, but yeah, but I get what you're saying about the politicians and stuff like that. I don't
know. I think it's messed up that they make so much money and they make decisions that literally have the lower classes suffering.
It depends on the politician. I don't know. I don't want to get into politics and stuff like that. But regardless, Ren killed this. He definitely killed this. And possibly a fourth money game coming out. Who knows? Now we're at the point where we're like, okay, well, he kind of left us hanging. I was just talking about that earlier. I was like, well, we listened to the first one, but we get to go check out the second one and the third one. But that was it right there, guys. Money games 1 through 3. Definitely very, very deep stuff. And wow. And this, I say it all the time, this dude's creative as hell. You know, like the patience and the brainstorming that it takes to sit there and put videos like this together. Not just the video alone, but like the actual song in general, the lyrics, the everything, man. It's intense. But You guys stay tuned. We're just going to keep going down this album. We're checking out the Sick Boy album. So you guys stay tuned for our next reaction. If you're new, definitely go check out our Ren playlist, our Ren reaction playlist. That way you guys can check out the other Ren reactions that we have did. Otherwise, we're not going to hold you guys up any longer. It's already been like 40-something minutes. You guys stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving if you guys celebrate that. Until next time, Bar Sponge out. Peace.